For the outer petal, I'm going to elongate this small carnation shape, our second small carnation shape. So I'm going to take the size guide rings off of the rolling pin and press gently in opposite directions to elongate this into an oval. You want this oval to be about 1 3/4 inches long. If you have the Gumpaste flower kit book, the visual in the book is actual size, so you can just use that to imprint. If you don't, use a ruler and make your shape about 1 3/4 inches long. So I think we have about 1 3/4 inches long there. So with my shape about 1 3/4 inches long, I want to maintain that, but I am going to imprint the petal veiner on it. The petal veiner will elongate the shape if you use it on the rolling board. So for this instance, we're going to use this on the thin foam, just as we did the first stage petal, front and back. And I like to start in the center and go out towards the edge. Seeing as this is going to be the outer edge that is going to be most noticeable on the flower, I'm going to flip it over to soften the edge so that I don't take away too much of the petal veining imprint. I'll use my ball tool again, and I'm only going to do one long side with the ball tool to soften the edges. The harder you press down, the more curve or movement you'll get to this. So you want to be a little bit careful. Some sweet peas are very, very curly, and you can get a little crazy if you want to. But again, you only need to do one long side of this. You can see what that looks like. We're going to vein this again, so I'll take this over to my thick foam, slide it onto the thick foam. And again, you can use the spatula or you can use the veining tool. And if you use the veining tool, you'll start using the heel of the veining tool all the way up to the edge, or the spatula. One or the other. You don't need both. I'm just showing you both. I'll take my prepared stem, and the outer petal is going to attach to this part of the stem. So I'll paint this part of the stem with gum glue, just a little gum glue, not too much. Too much gum glue will make things slide and not stick, as opposed to getting a good stick. So I'll push it down there. I'm leaving just a little bit of an edge there at the bottom here so that it overlaps the stem, probably about 1/8 of an inch, no more. And I'll press it down, and then I'll bring up my petals and I'll press at the base again. I'll press at the base again so that it adheres. Now, try to use a little bit of pressure, not a ton of pressure. Lift up the flower, reform that base nicely. Pinch like a taco shell. And you'll notice that when I pinch like a taco shell, it moves that first stage forward just a little bit, which is all right. We want that. Now again, you can fan these open if you want to, fan these forward if you want to. At this stage, it's quite flexible. So there we have the formation of the sweet pea flower. I'll let it dry like this completely, and then I'll add the calyx to it. Next, I'll show you how to make the calyx and the leaves. But first, we'll let this thing dry.